Word. Wow, I didn't expect it to be companion.
I did.
You did.
I didn't think it was. I wasn't 100% sure, but you did say that it would probably be one of the options. So
yeah,
I felt like that was more likely than.
I thought
others.
it would be the monkey, but.
Yeah, I was stuck in between both of those.
You don't. I can hold it for you.
I mean, it's whatever. No, thank you for letting me go. Thanks.
Our first ever road pod.
Scary.
Yeah.
Oh, and there goes your seatbelt sign.
We'll fix that
Buckle
immediately.
up.
Slay Dave's Hot Chicken still being open.
Why is everyone? Are they all
they're
picking up Dave's Hot Chicken? Like,
or
what's happening
Chili's?
over here?
They're getting after it, dude.
Shake Shack.
Yo, I fucked with this movie.
Come on, people.
Holding a microphone.
Why is he wearing shorts?
Shorts and knee pads, my dude.
What's going on?
He's killing it. Fuck yeah.
Oh boy.
Dude, it's popping around here. We need to come here more. It's fun.
Yeah, it's a nice little complex. It got a little bit of everything.
Like I said, next time we come here for Paddington, I want to do the Chili's fucking challenge. Do the 2 margaritas, 2 beers, the triple dipper.
Oh God.
And then go see Paddington.
You gotta be sober for Paddington.
I mean, it's not.
I mean, we can go see it again on Valentine's Day.
We'll see it
Round
more.
2.
I guarantee we'll see it more than once.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're literally in the parking lot of the movie theater currently.
Mm-hmm.
We're pulling out. We saw Mystery Movie Monday at Regal Cinemas, and I was half surprised. I don't know. I saw the New Line Cinema logo at the beginning, and I grabbed you. I was like, "Oh my God, is it fucking Companion?"
Yeah.
And then I was like, I had to see her face. And yes, I was.
As soon as you could see her from the back, I was like, "That's gotta be her."
I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah.
Part of me wishes they didn't spoil the fact that she's a sex robot in the trailer.
Yeah.
Because they don't let you know up front, and like if I didn't know that going in, I'd be like, "Yo, why are they being so mean to this bitch?
Mm-hmm.
Why is she being so shady to this hoe?"
Yeah.
Crazy. How did you feel about it? Did you like it?
I enjoyed it. I was like sitting in the theater thinking about like teetering back and forth on what I would rate it.
Same.
Should I say what I think, or should we hold on to that?
Well, we'll start it. Our battery's looking pretty low, which is
okay.
Kind of scary.
Don't love that.
Yeah, I wish I'd brought a thing, but I forgot. But this was enjoyable. So yeah, just tell me what you feel about it. How'd you feel about it?
I enjoyed it. I think I didn't fully I know we had talked about it briefly, like you saw the trailer for it or whatever.
Yes.
But I don't know if I knew that she was like a sex bot at first, and then I was
kind of spoke to you
yeah.
like in the middle of the movie.
And I was like, wait, because like he asked her about the weather, and like she just told him the weather, and like I mean,
in a very robotic tone.
And if you didn't know, I guess that could go right over your head. Someone like me, because I'm good for letting things like that go over my head. But
sure,
I don't know. I found it enjoyable. I would watch it again. Not anytime soon, but it's something I would watch again.
Yeah, I feel the same way. So this opened with like her as on a monologue. Like she's like, was she in the shower at this point?
No, it opened with her being in the supermarket.
Okay, yeah, she's in the supermarket. But I guess that's like the opening to where she meets him.
Yeah,
allegedly.
It was like the meet cute of meeting.
Okay.
Her mans.
Yeah, like so it opened with like a monologue, so you know he's about to die. Like you know this dick. Which, by the way, this is Dennis Quaid's son.
Interesting.
He was in a Scream movie that I recall. That was like all right. But yeah, like I was like looking at, because you mentioned, which is weird because I know you haven't seen Smile.
Yeah, but he's
like the main guy. Yeah,
in the trailer.
Yeah, he's for sure in it.
Yeah.
100%. I looked it up at like right as we were leaving the theater.
He was in Smile,
yeah, I looked
Smile
it up.
too, yeah.
You're right. So I was like, weird. That's weird that you knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Which I saw that coming a little bit, that he was also one.
Yeah, that was honestly, I didn't feel that the whole. I mean, I guess if
I felt it coming in the scene.
Okay.
Because like the minute he said 3, I'm like, oh, that motherfucker's a robot.
Right.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, I guess if you realize that like her whole love monologue for him was like really intense.
Yeah, as was
his
theirs.
also was really intense, so it adds up.
for sure. Which, like, the opening scene is, like, I guess the meet cute of them, of Dennis Quaid's son and this girl, this robot girl, like, you don't know yet. Like, he, like, tries to pick an orange and it like, knocks over the whole display in the grocery store. God, I'm burping. Did you throw out the popcorn?
Yeah.
Tragedy.
The bottom wasn't good anyway. I'll make you more at home.
Yeah, it's fine. We doused that shit in butter.
There was none on the bottom though. Our hack didn't work.
Well, yeah, you gotta do it properly. I don't know the technique. That's the first time I've had like a butter dispenser at my disposal in a long time.
Yeah, it's fair.
Usually Regals don't have that, but this was a show place or whatever.
Yeah, they usually do it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regal is weird like that, and like Regal, stop fucking having Pepsi products for the love of God, please. No one likes them.
I was half on and half off about my pretzel bites today.
They were okay.
They were okay. They were a little crisp.
They were hot, but like they weren't on.
Also, the cheese, I wasn't feeling the cheese.
The cheese is nacho cheese anywhere is fucking garbage, to be honest with you.
I mean, yeah.
Out of that shitty pump.
Yeah, and he really filled it up.
Yeah, I mean at least he tried, but whatever. But yeah, so like it's like a whole thing. Like you see how they allegedly meet, and they're like such a couple, and then it cuts to them like on a road trip, and like they're planting seeds the whole time before they straight up tell you that she's a robot.
Yeah.
Where she's saying like, bro, like, and like one, the sex scene's hilarious.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, oh, and then it just and he's like, and she's like trying to talk. She's like, Iris, go to sleep.
I was like, that's so mean.
That's fucked. And you're like,
I know.
Well, I already knew, but I was like,
whoa. I was like, that's so mean. Why is he being so mean? They just did it.
And then I just turned to you, I'm like, she's a robot.
Yeah.
Kind of ruined it for you, but like you were clear.
No, it wasn't.
It was 5 minutes later they told you, but
it was early on because she was in the shower, and she
the makeup.
Yeah, as soon as she gets to like the house that they're in, or staying at a cabin, whatever they wanted to call it, she gets in the shower, and as soon as she gets out of the shower, she still had a full face of makeup on. And I looked at you and I was like, why does she still have all of her makeup on? She was just in the shower, and you're like, she's a robot.
Like, yeah,
like,
but I genuinely think that's like a detail they looked into. Like people like you, I didn't even bat an eye at that.
Right.
But people like you would be like, yo, what? And you don't know this at that point. That she's a robot. So you're like, yo, what? I think that was genuinely like a seed that planted like, yo, she ain't a human, bro.
Right.
She ain't right.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So like they're going to like a vacation, or like what is like,
it was
what
like a weekend cabin
party, whatever. Yeah. And it's like a quote unquote cabin, but it's like a fucking nice ass house. They make a whole deal about it in the scene. And it's owned by some dude named Sergey, who he thinks is like some mafia guy, but they never really elaborated on until later. So he's like the guy who owns the house. There's like his girlfriend, who's this girl I've definitely seen before. I'm not sure in what though.
Her name was Kat.
Yeah, her name was Kat. And then a gay couple, who we soon find out one of them is also a companion. And then Iris and Josh.
Yes.
So they pull up and they're like, yo, this is extravagant. Oh my God. And they start having a grand old time. They get to know each other. There's a cool like little dance scene. It's very cute. And then like pretty early on, she kind of goes haywire.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the weird sex scene happens. And then the next morning, he's like, "Nah, I'm gonna do my thing. You go out and enjoy the nice day." Because she's telling like, "Oh, it's a lovely day."
I guess at that point it was just a decoy to get her to go to the beach.
Yes.
But in my brain, I don't know, maybe my little girly brain, I was like, "Oh,
cheater.
He's gonna go cheat with Kat, that hoe."
Which is
likely the case because that was the whole point. But
we'll get there.
That wasn't really what was happening at that point. It was just to get her to go to the beach by herself.
Yes.
Sneaky snake.
Sneaky little snake. So the second she gets out there and is chilling, and also you tell that she's pale as fuck, especially next to Sergey. So you're fucking lining it up here. And like he clearly starts coming on to him, and she's like, "Yeah, nah, this isn't like nah, this is your program, bro. Like there's permission, it's all good. This is what we're doing." And then it cuts away, it cuts back to the party, and then she just like walks in, and she's covered in blood, and you're like, "Oh, damn, it went down, huh?" Because she like it showed her like the whole time like flicking a she had a she found a pocket knife in her pocket out there. And then she quickly puts it away when she realizes Sergei's behind him. That sounded terrifying. Now we're back at the crib now. We were just when they arrived at this party in the lake house. And like Sergei forces himself onto Iris.
Yes.
And she shows up back at the party covered in blood.
Yes.
And they're all bugging the fuck out. Like, oh, you, what the fuck, dude?
Yep.
Was that impressive for our listeners? I'm so sorry to everybody who's listening. It smells delightful. But yeah, she comes back in. She's covered in blood. And they're like, yo, what the fuck? And this is kind of right when you figure out that she's a robot. Because she's like, Iris, go to sleep. Cocks out. Eyes go milky white.
And they tie her up.
Much like a man I met at your papa's funeral. There was a guy with milky eyes in there. I didn't like it.
Ew. I don't know
Wasn't
who
a
you're talking
fan.
about.
Wasn't a fan. One of his eyes is real milky.
Ew.
I think he was at the after John too. Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
He's old.
Yeah, but that's scary. Milky eyes are scary, brother.
I understand.
That's evil.
I understand.
But anyway, so Kat runs out to investigate. It flashed forward to she's still asleep, quote unquote, and they like tie her to a bed.
A chair.
A chair, pardon me. Yeah.
Chair.
They tied her to a chair. And then Josh is like, hold on, I just want to fucking say goodbye to her. Because I guess the gay dudes are calling the cops, allegedly. Which I guess that the Tesla cop was the cop that was showing up.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Never seen a Tesla cop car.
No.
Tragic. But what's the conversation he has with her when he's saying goodbye, quote unquote? 'Cause she gets out of there. 'Cause she dropped the knife.
Oh,
initially.
in the chairs when he explains to her that she was a robot.
Yes.
And she's like, "No, I'm not." And he's like, "What's the weather?" And look at this.
It is 70 degrees with a partial chance.
And he clicks a bunch of buttons and makes her speak a bunch of different languages. And yeah, she just like finally comes to realize, and she's like, okay.
And it flashes you the scene of her, like, he's sexually assaulting.
Yeah.
Iris, and like any human would have the right to stab him in the neck.
Yeah.
Which I do think that was in a fucking trailer too, which upsets me. Stop fucking burning out your cool shit in trailers, please, movies. But yeah, like he lays it all out for her. He's like, bro, he's like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. And then what happens? Because he leaves the room. I think to go comfort Kat or something.
He leaves the room to go talk to Kat because Kat walks in and has a freak out. She's like,
why is she awake?
Why is she awake? Why are you still talking with her? She should be shut down, whatever. So he goes to talk to her, and while they're talking,
she realizes her pocket knife that she killed Sergei with is still on the ground. So she starts shimmying her way.
She cuts herself out of the chair.
Well, she catches him. She catches him trying to cut herself out, and she's like, "What are you doing?" Throw punches him like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hard. And then and this is in the trailer too, where he's on the phone with the cops, like, "No, she's tied up. She's not going anywhere."
And she's
Glass door
scurrying
slides
away.
open. Dips out.
Yeah.
Which that's another scene that made me think that dude's a robot, because he's just like, hey.
Yeah.
Okay. Not gonna react realistically to the girl who murdered someone dipping out, and you're just not gonna immediately hey yo. But so she gets away. A big search party. Well, then they bring the gay friends in on the plan. They're like, so we basically have this chip thing that we jailbroke our sex robot. And they essentially, this is where they break it all down, that Iris is a sex robot. Well, more than that, a emotional support robot that fucks,
Mm-hmm.
not a fuck bot.
Right.
Specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so they fill in everyone, and then the gay guy's like, well, what the fuck, dude? And then they're like, yo, but the plans have changed now. Now we're going to split the money 3 ways. Because obviously the plan was to program Iris, the sex companion robot, to jailbreak her and set her settings so she can fucking kill somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially their plan was to kill Sergey and take his, $12 million
$12 million
or something?
Yeah.
But that went awry, I guess. So, and this is when they're having the argument, like, yo, now we're going to split it 3 ways. Like, hey, bud, there's 4 fucking people here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, come on. And that's when you're like, he's like, what was the dude's name?
I don't remember.
The other gay dude's name. He's like, go to sleep. It's like, he's a robot too. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, chaos ensues. They split up search parties. They're going to split the money 3 ways. The chunky gay dude takes the very large gun.
Yes.
And this is one of the part of the movies I didn't really care for because I hate exposition dumps and like fucking just so perfectly they're in the middle of the woods 10 feet away from Iris where they explain the whole plan out loud.
Mm-hmm.
And then she figures it all out.
Mm-hmm.
And then her phone vibrates and then you realize she's there. They shoot the gun at her. Oh my god, it's loud.
Yeah, it was funny.
I giggled. There was a couple of giggles in the
Mhm.
theater. Wasn't many fools in there. Probably like 12,
Yeah.
if that.
Yeah.
What happened after this? So they shoot,
run after her.
They shoot at her. They chase after her.
They all chase each other down.
Somehow,
He catches up to her.
she tackled. Because they have robot dude like running in pace with her. It looks crazy. And then out of nowhere, chunky dude tackles her down a ravine, and they wrestle a bit, and somehow she ends up shooting him in the tummy, and
Yeah.
he dies instantly. And that fucks up gay guy robot companion.
Yes.
Fucks
He
up
was
his
just
wiring.
holding him.
Just like looking dead.
Yeah.
I would love to know what that scar on his mouth is from. You see that shit?
Yeah.
It was right there
Mm-hmm.
on his lip. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look into it. So that happens, and then what? He's sitting there blank stared, and Josh needs to figure out a plan, right?
Yes. So he starts freaking out. They all start freaking out, and he's like, she runs at that point, right? She's
yeah,
gone.
she takes
yeah,
off.
she's
yeah.
gone. So then at that point, he's like, get a damn grip. He's dead. You got to help go get Iris.
Yes.
So.
Well, she takes off and gets back because I went to the bathroom.
Well, she's trying to figure out a plan at this point, and she's like, okay, well, I can't do this. I can't do that. Okay, well, I can go back to the house. She goes into the phone because she has Josh's phone at that point.
Yes.
And she changes all of her settings.
Yes, this was also in the trailer. Like, oh, Josh.
So she made herself 100% intelligent.
She was at 40% intelligence, and this is in the trailer. She's at oh, hi Josh, and puts it at 100% intelligence. Fucks with the eye colors. Fucks with a whole bunch of shit. Having fun with it.
So she realizes, I could probably take his phone to go get his self-driving car and just make it drive me home. But then when she gets back to the car,
he's right behind her.
pretty much, yeah.
Like somehow the chase scene, like she's right behind her. She gets in the car,
Shuts his fingies in the door.
Dope. That hurts, especially if a cyborg's doing that shit. Fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Dope.
So she locks herself in the car. He's trying to break into the car, and she is trying to drive away, but it's voice recognizable, and it wasn't recognizing her voice, only his voice.
Which this is a clever scene where she starts fucking with her voice settings to get it to work. That's clever. I like that.
So finally she gets it to go. It drives away. He's having a fit over it, and
trying to bust out the window with a rock.
Right. So now at this point he goes back and he's like, hey, you need to go chase down Iris.
Jailbreaks gay man robot.
And is like, listen, you're in love with me now. Go get her.
Jailbreaks it all. And then puts his ass at 100% aggression. Which Which, like, I heard a couple gasps later in the movie. I'm like, bro, he's at 100% aggression.
Mhm.
Y'all forgot that? And they don't
Yeah.
really make a big point of it, but they show her turning off her voice commands.
Right.
So any of that shit's out the window.
Right,
now.
because while she's yelling, he's yelling at her
Go
while
to
she's running
sleep!
to the car, go to sleep, but she can't because she turned it off.
Clever.
So she's driving, the car is driving itself, and she's like, yes, I'm on my way home. And then
He finds Sergei's phone.
and he puts the password into it and is like, goes into it, has it,
Reports it's stolen.
it's stolen, so it just shuts itself down, pulls over on the side of the road. Coincidentally,
Locks her in.
right. Coincidentally, a cop comes rolling by.
And a Tesla. Weird.
Yeah.
Never seen that, but I'm sure it's a thing.
Oh, yeah. He pulls around, puts his lights on, and he starts talking to her, and she goes into her voice settings and makes herself talk German. So she starts trying to talk with him.
Also very smart.
Yes. So they start going back and forth with each other, and he's like, oh,
But you sorry to interrupt you, but
where's
it's
my
really
button?
sorry, but she can't lie. That's
Right.
that's one of the. I don't think we mentioned that yet. Like the main rule of like the robot companion is like she's not allowed to lie.
Right.
But if she's speaking in German and the dude has no fucking
Right.
idea what you're saying,
Yeah.
smart. Go on.
Yeah, because at that point, he's asking, like, what are you doing? Where are you coming from? And she's like, oh, well, I just killed somebody. They're going to kill me. And, like, obviously he has no idea what's going on because she's not speaking English. But he's like, oh, you're coming from Sergei's house, right? And she's like, mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, I should have known that kind of stuff was going on up there. Anyway, I'll bring you up there. And she's like, mm-mm.
No, I'd rather not. Which is weird because, like, yeah, bro, I fully have a car right here.
Right.
It's fine.
But I'm sure he's looking at her and is like, and then he's like, do we have a problem?
Well, then ponders the bloody ass knife that she just has sitting on the glove box for some reason. Why the console?
Yeah, I don't know. So he pulls
Silly move.
he pulls his gun on her because he's like, what's happening here? And here comes the other robot running
on 100%. No, he's walking with purpose.
with purpose.
He's walking with purpose,
yeah.
and he's on 100% aggression. So you know he's just about to bash this fucking cop's face in. Which,
yeah.
Yes, sir.
So she's like, turn around. But
he's doing God's work.
Yeah.
He's beating up cops.
Yeah. So the cop turns around.
Then he pulls out. He puts her to sleep. Deprograms her somehow. I forget exactly how. But then then like Cat looks out there and like, oh fuck, it's a cop. But it's I'm fucking
I can't think
it's
of
gay
Elliot.
Gay robot.
I don't know. Maybe Elliot.
Gay robot pulls up, and he's
Eli.
Eli pulls up carrying Iris, and he's like, well, whose fucking car is that? I'm like, it's clearly a cop car, you dumb bitch.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, I believe the officer's name was Hendrix, which there's something that like clicked with me. I'm like, that's something from somewhere. I know Jimi Hendrix, but I know there's like a cop named Hendrix from some movie somewhere deep in my mind. Anyway, he's like, well, where's Officer Hendrix now?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he's
in
in
the
the
trunk.
Yeah. Well, now you've just like that just quadrupled your sentence. Because you've now killed scumbag, well, alleged scumbag, which we learned he's a sod farmer or some shit. Scumbag, owner of the cabin, poor gay man, and now a cop, correct? That's all who's died so far? So he comes back, brings her in, and then they handcuff her to the chair, correct? And this is when, like, he's like having his villain speech, that stupid shit. Where he's like, I got you now, bitch. Now we're all gonna put this all on you. They're coming. They're gonna come recall you. And he said, "You feel pain?" And this is from the trailer where he's like, makes her sig hail, puts her arm up over the candle and just lets her burn. Tells homie to put it out. So now she has Anakin Skywalker hand.
Yes.
And then what?
At that point, he hands her over a gun. And is like, cool, put it to your head. And he says, pull the trigger. And she's like, no. He's like, pull the trigger. So then she does.
Hard ass. It looks cool. It's fully CGI,
it was just like
but it looks cool.
Bolts and liquids of God knows what.
Well, that's what happens when a robot blows his brains out. Glitter comes out of a clown when he blows his brains out. So that's just what happens.
Yeah. So
that looked cool. And then, so it's only gay robot, Josh. Oh, so this is before the cops show up, or the recall guys show up.
Yeah.
She said, Kat's the girlfriend of Sergey is like, yo, this is fucked. The cop's dead. I'm out of here. I'm taking my half and I'm fucking out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's like, yo, gay robot, Eli, stop her. And he's on 100% aggression, so he just stabs her hard as fuck in the back.
Yeah.
And then that's when there was a huge, not a huge, because there's 12 people in the theater, but there was a gasp in the theater. I'm like, y'all didn't see that coming?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't see that this dumb... Clearly there's going to be one survivor out of this fucking movie.
Right.
Like, come on. I've seen enough movies to know. This movie is a little bit predictable.
A little, yeah.
I predicted a good amount of what was going to happen.
I mean, you
mostly
also...
from trailers.
Right.
But what?
You also know from the beginning that Josh is going to end up dead.
Yeah.
Because that's how that opens.
Part of me likes and hates when movies start with the same line and end with the same line. Part of me likes that, but it's whatever. But yeah, so she's dead. She goes and lays on the couch with whoever's dead on the couch.
It was Iris.
Yes. Oh, she's deprogrammed and she looks really creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the one shot from later in this movie when all the power goes out and all you see is like her skirt and she's in like the shadow. It looked really creepy and cool. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
So now Kat is dead. They call... Do you remember what the company was called? I don't.
Like Express X or something.
Yeah, some shit.
Expression something, I don't know.
So it's like basically like the fuckers that came here and delivered your oven today.
Yeah.
And there's like, it's basic maintenance. Like, like that. Yeah, they go haywire, man. We'll reboot her real quick. Or I was like, wait, you're going to reboot her?
But he tells the whole story of what he says happens.
Yes.
Which was like not what actually happened. And Eli was dressed up as the cop.
Yes.
And they're like, well, he's like, cool, so you guys are good to go? And he's like, yeah, if the cop says they're good to go, we're good to go.
Yeah, the cop says you're good. And like, yeah, like basically her, like she shot her head. That's just her Wi-Fi boot. Like we'll fucking plug her in and boot her up. All her main shit's in her tummy anyway. Like we'll be able to watch back all the footage of everything she did and it'll be fine. And Josh's like, huh?
Yeah, and he's like, didn't you read the manual that we gave
you read the terms and conditions, right?
Right.
What? And so they dip out, and then fucking Eli walks out and just domes them as a cop. Well, domes the main guy. The passenger gets out, tries to escape up the hill, and
Iris comes running out of the house.
Yes.
And
How did she escape the handcuffs?
I don't know. But she had like a taser of some sort.
Yeah, she got that from the cop.
Yeah. And at that point, the guy that escaped the car from getting shot is getting strangled by Eli.
Yes.
And she threatens to zap Eli, and he's like, you can't hurt me anymore. Like, you're rebooted. You can't hurt me anymore.
True.
So that's why she couldn't buzz like
she was like standing like a foot away from him.
She was trying to zap him, but she couldn't. So he takes it from her, zaps her. She falls on the floor, and she starts like talking to him, and it's like
full monologue. Like, like he's
like, just messing with you.
You don't love him. You love the man you were with before. Right. All that shit's bullshit. All of it was the thing that he made you believe all this. Like you have your own free will. Somehow kills himself with the zapper.
Yeah, he like stuck it in his mouth and zapped himself.
Well, I guess if you're a robot, that is essentially shooting yourself in the dome. Yeah. Just frying your shit. And then she
tells the other guy that that escaped, and he's like, thank you.
Who works for the company. He's like,
you gotta do me a favor.
I just need you to help me. And then she pulls up with fully free will.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out free will for women.
Woohoo.
Go birds.
Go birds.
So she pulls up, and what does she do?
She has a gun.
Big time has the gun.
She's got a gun. And she's like, Josh, check this out. I got free will now.
And he's like, girl, you know that ain't loaded.
And he's like, oh,
I found the bullets.
So
Hard.
they go back and forth. They have their little thing.
But she's like, I know you can, but you won't.
Yeah, because he keeps coming closer, and she's like, I just told you, I'll shoot you. So he gets all the way up to her. She's got, like, the gun pointed to his chest. He adjusts it for her on him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, then do it.
Kind of hard.
Yeah. So then he grabs the gun from her, tackles her to the floor, and is like, you know, she's cursing him out or whatever. And he's like, just tell me that you really loved me or whatever it was, or that I really, you know, meant it all or whatever.
You mean everything to me, or
Yeah.
something like that.
And she's like, no. And he's like, say it. So she says it. And he's like, oh, thank you. That meant so much to me that you said that.
And then the little MacGuffin they were showing periodically throughout this whole movie when they're opening bottles of wine
was a fancy corkscrew.
automatic. So she fucking shoves that fucker in his temple, and it goes.
He says,
"Wee, wee,
do you
wee."
have anything else that you want to say before I kill you?
And she says,
What'd she say? Go to sleep, right?
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
And shoves the fucking electric wine cork in his fucking temple and goes, yang, 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 yang. Hard.
Did.
And then she just drives off doing her fucking thing.
She showered and she ripped the burned skin off her hand.
Yep.
And now she got a robo hand.
Showered, ripped the skin off her hand, and now you're hearing the dialogue from the opening of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. And then she's driving off, and she's like in pace with another car with an old head and clearly a companion. And she's like, throws her the way with the robot hand, and the companion's like, what? You can have free will in this bitch?
Yeah.
Honestly,
I liked it.
I liked this movie. I was very excited to see that it was this.
Yeah.
You saw my hype. I was like, new line? No.
Yeah.
I needed to see her face to confirm it, but you knew before I did. But the new line, I was like, is it companion? I thought it was going to be monkey.
Yeah, I would have been excited for either one.
Yeah, because
I kind of want to see that.
I will see it, cause especially now that I know Elijah Wood's involved. I'm so down. I love him. But, yeah, what did you rate this, you think?
I'm in between a 3.5 and a 4.
I gave it a 3.5.
Yeah.
Because
I feel like a 4 is a lot, but...
that's what I give Long Legs.
Okay.
I can't quite
Okay,
do that.
so probably a 3.5.
And like that's like I loved it so much. I'm not rewatching it immediately, but I will 100% rewatch it. But like this is almost on that level, but I'm not gonna rewatch it for like a couple years.
Okay.
And it's funny because like I was sitting in the theater and I got like the promotion on my Regal app for to see that in IMAX. And I'm like, oh damn, I would like to see that. And then pow, it's right there.
Slay.
This was fun. Should we do the mystery movies? Should we try to do them on pod?
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I
feel like we've done it. Have we not?
Not yet, no.
Oh.
This is the first one.
Slay.
So it's a cool little bonus.
I enjoy the mystery movies. Sometimes.
Dude, we've walked out on a couple.
Sometimes.
What? So, since we do have a little bit of time to burn, what are your worst mystery movies we've seen, and what are your favorites? Let's say like top 4, top 5.
Let's not get crazy.
Top 3.
Number
1. I'll start with my number 1.
I know what your number 1 is.
Okay, we'll end with that then.
I know you probably are going to disagree with me, but especially the experience that we had at that one. Well, that I had at that one. What was it called? Was it called Champions?
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was a good one.
No, I can't disagree with you. I love Champions.
I thought it was fun.
I remember it being a good. Woody Harrelson teaching special needs kids.
Yeah, I enjoyed
to play
it.
basketball.
That was one
awesome.
of my favorite ones. I thought it was
that shit rips.
It was hilarious.
That's top 5 for sure.
They did. The actors were great in it.
I will apologize for being very hammered for that.
Thank you.
Because we were out before. I forget what restaurant we were at before, but I was drinking heavily.
Who knows?
And then I brought in a safety bottle of Jameson.
Yeah.
I think I drank that. I think I poured it.
You poured it into a Coke. Yeah, it was
poured
insane.
it entirely. The entire. What is that like
Who knows?
I don't know. It's like that pocket bottle of Jameson.
Yeah.
And I just poured it entirely into my theater soda and just crushed it.
Yeah.
And then like I got to go to the bathroom and like stumbled a little bit
into the wall. Yeah.
A little bit. Just a little bit. But yeah, Champions ruled.
I thought it was fun.
I don't think you were there for this, but I saw Babes and I liked that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, what have I seen with you that I really liked? Well, the number one I saw with you, which I'll just say right now, it's Sisu.
Mm-hmm.
Sisu was fucking awesome.
It was hard.
I was so excited to see it. And then I think this was the first time we went to Times Square,
Yeah,
too.
I think so.
So that
It was in like the giant theater.
It was in the giant fucking
Yeah.
theater. It was my first time seeing a movie in Times Square, New York, and it was, in my opinion, the best fucking mystery movie we've seen
I
yet.
would say it's up there, yeah.
Like, homie frisbees of landmine at Nazis. What more do
Yeah.
you want out of
Yeah.
anything in life?
It was a good one. It was a
Fuck
good one,
Nazis, dude. What else? You've been to quite a few with me.
I know.
What's your worst? What's the worst one we've been to? Which I can't even count the ones we walked out on.
I was just gonna say we walked out of
Because,
Bike Riders. We watched majority of it, but I couldn't take it anymore.
I can't even talk shit on Bike Riders because I just wasn't in a mood to see that.
Yeah.
So maybe if I was in a mood, because it seemed like an okay movie, but it was just kind of boring.
Yeah.
We fully walked out on the anime one.
Oh yeah.
The first movie of last year we walked out on was mystery movie Founders Day.
Oh yeah, it was horrible.
A political slasher.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it was rough. What we did see of it was rough.
It was just I don't fucking care about politics. Kill people, that's fine. But this story's boring as shit. So let's go fucking walk to another theater, see what else is playing.
Yes.
And as we were walking out, we were like, bye bye.
Yeah,
See ya.
Okay, you guys want to watch it? Have fun.
But they were doing that before us. I was like,
yeah.
Fuck, dude, we're gonna have to walk out.
We ate cheesecake during that.
We did, but bro, I don't care about your political slasher. I'm not and if you're gonna whine about it, I don't care. You guys sit here.
You guys can stay. Have fun.
You guys sit here and waste the hour and a half.
Yeah.
What was the other bad ones? Well, I can't even call them bad, but what? I don't know what the fuck's wrong.
They
with
have
them.
a lot of Nazi movies.
Yeah, that's what
I don't love that.
Yeah, that's
I really don't.
That's what I'm getting at. One, y'all show way too many Nazi movies for mystery movie. Two, y'all most of it is Nazi related, but the Holocaust movies, and then Origin, which is a tragic slave tale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to give me something that it's not gonna bum me the fuck out.
I would agree.
If I'm going to see a mystery movie, please.
We saw the Kraken. The Teenage Kraken or something. I wouldn't say it was bad,
but I don't.
But
give
it was
a fuck.
weird, yeah.
And that's even Pixar, I think.
Yeah.
So that's sad. That's Trolls, brother. You can tell
I
it's the same
Trolls.
animation as Trolls.
I love Trolls.
Bro, Paddington 3.
I can't.
I'm gonna work as hard as I can to get those tickets. I don't know why it keeps sending me this error.
Yeah, it's so weird.
But Paddington, and again, I beg to you, if you've seen my Paddington 2 Blu-ray, please reach out.
Yeah, she's
I
lost.
can't find it, and it's bothering the fuck out of me.
I have no idea, and it's not streaming on anything.
And I need to watch it before we go see it, or I'll cry.
Yeah.
It's February 8th, brother. February is gonna be stacked. We're gonna go see. I'm gonna go see on the 5th Hellraiser. This is the first time it's been in theaters since 1987.
Slay.
Which is fucked up. My favorite. I have a tattoo on my it's on my third tattoo ever.
Mm-hmm.
Hard. Then we're going to see Paddington on the 8th, if all goes well. If fucking better. Or out in lives.
I'm going to be zooming there. I have a nail appointment. I'm going to be zooming.
You better get Paddington nails.
No.
Coward. Straight up coward. And then we're going to go see Wild at Heart by David Lynch featuring Nicolas Cage and Laura Dern. Mm-hmm. Where is that again?
I feel like
Soho.
It's called
It's
but it's the Anthropology Film Archive, I think it's called.
All I know is it's half a mile from Prince Street Pizza.
I'm excited about that.
So we just bring pizza to the theater?
Maybe.
I told you I might be doing drugs for that, but now that our plans have changed, maybe not.
Yeah.
But I might do slightly less crazy.
Okay.
But also, I want to eat pizza, so
Yes.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
It's gonna be a good time. 2 other good mystery movies you've been to.
I really don't remember.
Ooh,
I'm trying to think.
I love Sisu. This one is probably number 2, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I like this movie.
Yeah, it was good.
Like, especially when I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, it was good.
Babes was really good. That might be 3.
Oh.
Ooh, what you got?
Was my old ass?
Yeah,
That was a mystery.
Yeah,
That was one of my favorites.
that's probably number 3 for
I
me.
cried. I enjoyed that.
I cried with you. Yo,
I enjoyed
poor
that.
Aubrey Plaza.
I know.
That's
It's so
fucking
sad.
tragic.
And like especially with that movie. Oh
Yeah,
God.
yeah. And especially with the one, I guess that's about to come out. I explained it to you. There's Margaret Qualley,
Mhm.
someone else, and her.
Chris Evans. you
Chris
said.
Evans and her, and it's called Honey Don't.
Yikes.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's a Coen Brothers movie, like Ethan Coen,
Mhm.
not both of them, but one of them,
Okay.
which is, I think it's part of the trilogy of the Driveway Dolls,
Mm.
which like he's going out of his way to do like B movies,
Mhm.
and Driveway Dolls is really good.
It's fine.
That's that air freshener I have in my car.
Mhm.
But yeah, solid 3.5 out of 5
I would agree.
for Companion.
Yeah, I would agree.
I would go out and see it.
Yeah, I was saying that I don't think I would watch it right now again, but
I'd recommend.
I would
I'd
watch it.
recommend, especially if you didn't listen to this entire podcast and didn't have it ruined for you, or watch any of the trailers and have it
Yeah.
ruined for you. If you go into this completely blind, you probably love it a lot.
yeah,
If I didn't ruin it for you for the first 5 minutes,
I would probably have maybe even given it a 4. Who knows?
I'm sorry for ruining it for you.
No, it's okay.
But I swear I explained it to you.
I think you
like
did.
the other day. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I didn't realize there was a sex robot thing. I thought it
Yeah.
was. I thought it was interesting, but I wasn't like too excited to go see it.
Yeah.
It was like, 'cause like I saw that at the same time I saw the Presents trailers,
Okay.
which I would watch that again, but not anytime soon.
Yeah.
Wendy Wu, you know who that is? Wendy Wu.
Sounds familiar.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
I want to say she was a Charlie's Angel, but I'm probably not right
Okay.
at all. But yeah, she's in that. It's very interesting. But yeah, this has been the whole year in. We probably did like 20 minutes in the car, maybe.
Yeah, I would say.
I don't know. This is an impromptu one, and you gotta get to bed, so I'm gonna keep you up much longer.
I gotta go to the city tomorrow.
That's tragic for you. I'm about to smoke weed and watch Full House, so I'll see you on the next one, which is going to be The Cat in the Moon. We're gonna have to watch that at my house 'cause it's on my Apple TV. It's the only movie I have on there. It's the only one I ever bought. Shout out Alex Wolf.
Yeah, we like him.
We will be watching that next week, and the week after that, I do believe is gonna be Wild at Heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be exciting.
It'll be Paddington and Wild at Heart.
Let's fucking go.
That's crazy.
That's kind of why I wanted to get the hotel for Wild at Heart, so we can see it, walk back to the hotel, and hop on these mics,
I know.
talk that shit. Especially if I'm on acid, that'd be hilarious.
God.
I'd be like, dude, do you realize how fucking inspirational this flick is when he beats that guy to death? Are you kidding me? Turns me on.
Yeah.
Shout out Nicolas Cage. Shout out Mystery Movie
Click
Monday.
the button.
I'll 100% be... king later tonight. Good night.